Hey everyone, it's OCTJ, and today I'm going to be going over all the weekend games, not all the weekend games, sorry, select weekend games from everywhere in the world. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. I'm not favoring any leagues, I just want to win. So anywhere I see a value play, best believe I'm taking it. So without further ado, let's dive right into it, starting with the French League 1. Starting with Nantes versus Brest. Nantes haven't lost a game since December 15th. That's quite a long time. And Brest have been inconsistent because I've been following this team for quite a while. And they've been inconsistent, although they've won three of the last four games. But those winnings were not convincing because they were against, bottom teams or teams that are not in good form. So I'm going with Nantes to win or draw this particular match. Next is Nice versus Lens. Nice is Nice have been not quite good, but they've been better in recent weeks because in about 8 matches, let me look this up. 8 matches here, they've lost just once, and that is against Lille at home. So Lille is a very good team at home, so you can't fault them for losing there. Lens, on the other hand, are also a good team. They're playing really well. They've lost only once in the last, say, how many matches? Let me check. They've lost twice in the last 10 matches. So, and this one of them was against PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and the other they were red carded. Usually, and most of these games don't even go over 3.5. So there are two options to play this game. I think for me, I'll take under 3.5 or Nice to win or draw. That's my pick for this one. Nice is the informed team here. Like in the last seven home matches, they've not lost. They only drew once and won six. That's quite impressive. So Nice win or draw one, and then you can also play under three. Those are my two picks for this game. Next, Saint Etienne versus Rennes. Uh, Saint Etienne being one of they just came up from relegation. They've been one of the bottom feeders in this league, but in recent matches, they've been trying to pick up a few points to avoid relegation. So let's see. In their last five home matches, they only lost once, and that's to Marseille, which is you could call them a good team, although they've been faulting recently. Okay, Renee, on the other hand, they just got a new manager. I have to, and you know how managers, all this manager bounces in football is a real thing. So you have to pay attention to that as well. They won that this new manager gave them their first win in see how many matches? One, two, three, four. In 5 matches. Can you imagine? They've only won once in five. That's bad. If it wasn't for a new manager, I'll be going with Saint Etienne to win or draw this particular game. But manager bounce is real. So I'll go with Rene to win or draw just because they have a new manager. But I'm not quite confident about this particular pick. So let's move to the next one. No time to waste time. So what do we have next? Auxerre versus Toulouse. I might be pronouncing these names wrong. Forgive me. I'm not French. So Auxerre. So this is a very interesting team because I follow them a lot. I like how they play, particularly at home, because they are very good at home. The last home match was against Saint Etienne. They drew. Well, they also drew PSG at home and drew Lens at home and Lille as well. So they're very good at home. I don't think they've lost at home in how many games? They've lost only once the whole season. That's interesting. Let me clarify. Yes, they've lost only once at home. I lean towards Auxerre because they're the better team at home. Toulouse inconsistent away from home, so Although, okay, leading towards upset. That's my final pick. This is, I'll have to like go through this game again and do some further analysis. But for now, my pick is upset. You could take the Asian handicap plus 1.5 to be on the safe side, but my pick here is upset win or draw. That's what we have for the French league. So let's go to Germany. I think in the German Bundesliga we have just one match that is of interest to me because all these teams be wild in Germany. I don't like playing German leagues, man. The only game that interests me this weekend is Leipzig versus St. Pauli. Leipzig are heavy favorites in this one, and but I think Leipzig are also a good team at home, so this is going to be really tricky. I don't like following the public. I like to bet what I see. So on my own end, I think Leipzig are a good team, particularly at home this season. But St. Pauli, on the other hand, they just came from relegation. Although they started the season very poorly, but they have tried to make themselves very difficult to beat. Most of their games are just 1-0, or they don't concede a lot. So bearing that, I'm going to go under 3 for this match. That is my selection. With that in mind, my selection for this game is under 3.5 Leipzig Pauli. That's the only game that interests me in German Bundesliga 1. So the next league we're going to is Italy. Let's go to Italy. Uh, the games in Italy this weekend are not so interesting. The only one that catches my eye here is Torino versus Genoa. I mean, all those the other games are interesting for viewers, not for bettors. Because for me, I'm not interested in betting any of these other matches. I'm only playing Torino versus Genoa. Torino, Torino have been okay. Not particularly a good team, but not necessarily a bad team because they have a lot of draws. But Genoa, since they appointed Patrick Vieira as their manager, they've been on the tear. Although they've had a few losses, they lost their last game to Fiorentina, so we have to put that into consideration when making this pick. Um, for me here is very obvious. I like to play unders a lot, as you're gonna find out as you keep watching this video. Torino is a very good under team of mine. They played under 2.5 in how many matches? In one, two, three, in nine. Sorry, yes, in 9 of their last 10 matches, they played under 2.5. You can imagine. I just love Torino to give me an under every day. I'm taking that. Give me under 2.5 on Torino versus Genoa. Okay, that's it for Italy. Heading to Spain. Let's see what we got in Spain. Spain have more interesting fixtures for me this weekend. So, Rayo Vallecano Valladolid. This one is Valladolid is a very funny team because I watched them play a few times, and sometimes I don't understand how they are in the Spanish La Liga to begin with because they are a really poor team. They can't construct plays to score. It's just confusing. But they've won just once in in what in 7 away games. Once in 7 away games. They've not even drawn any other game. Just straight up losses. The game they won was they were red carded. Not the team they were playing was red carded, so that doesn't really count to me. Red carded wins don't really count to me. So, but Vallecano on the other hand, a very good team. They slipped up because they started the season very well, but they slipped up in the middle. But they've picked up themselves now again. They've won 3 of the last 4. They've not lost in they've not lost. Wow, their last loss was in December. Stuff. So for me, I'm going with Rayo Vallecano win for this game. Valladolid is a very poor team, so we expect Vallecano to see them off peacefully. Okay, next in Spain, Celta Vigo versus Real Betis. Okay, Real Betis is a good team. Celta Vigo, they're a bit confusing. They're a bit confusing, but they play hard though. They play hard because they are always tough to beat at home. You have to point that out. They're always tough to beat at home. They've won. I mean, they've lost one of they've lost one game in 5 matches at home. So you have to consider that. Real Betis, on the other hand, they're somewhat inconsistent. You can call them, just add inconsistency to their name because they can beat a very good team today at home and lose to a very bad team. It's just like Manchester United in the Premier League. Anyways, this game is confusing. I don't have a certain pick for this game, but if I'm going to go with something off the top of my head, I'll go with Celta Vigo to win or draw because they're just a good team at home. That's just the reason. But I wouldn't add this game to my card. Just saying. So next we have Alaves. Next we have Alaves versus Getafe. Alaves is a they are confusing too, much like Real Betis, but they are tough to beat. That's for sure. They make it difficult for the opponents to score. So that's always what I look for, teams that compete. Because if you compete, then you hardly lose by more than one goal, which is very important. So Getafe, on the other hand, I think I'm not. I have to check if they have a new manager because they turned the corner like from losing heavily to like winning very tough matches. I have to check if they have a new manager, but from they drew Barcelona, they won Las Palmas, and they trashed Real Sociedad 3-0. That's on Real Sociedad's home court, so you can't take them for granted. This is at this game there won't be goals because Alaves is a very strict team. They play. I think their main focus is defense. That's what they just do. They defend and maybe take one or two chances and just win the game. That's their mantra. So with that in mind, I have two plays for this game. I think under 2.5 and Hetafe win or draw handicap to be safe. But under 2.5 for I love Alaves versus Hetafe. And Hetafe win or draw. Okay. Next game on this list is Real Sociedad versus Espanyol. Real Sociedad have been really funny lately because tell me why they're losing to. They lost 3 games on the bounce. This is a team that was in very good form just a few weeks ago. So it's hard to say who is going to turn up today. So I'm just going to pass on this game just because Real Sociedad is inconsistent. But if gone to my head, you asked me to pick, make a pick for this play, I will give Espanyol the Asian handicap plus 1.5. Go on to my head. I didn't say you should play it. I'm just saying. If you ask me to make a play, that's what I'm going for. For the away team, that is Espanyol. Because Real Sociedad are inconsistent, so I'm not going to back those people. Sevilla versus Barcelona. This is a very obvious pick. I don't even have to tell you why I'm going for Barcelona to win here. So there's not much to say. Just Barcelona win straight win. Okay, I think that's it for Spain. Okay, there's one more game. One more game. Mallorca versus Osasuna. Osasuna are a very poor team away from home. You have to check. Can't let me see if I can find the last time they won a game away from home. Uh, they've won just once away from home all season, and that's against Real Sociedad. Funny. Mallorca, on the other hand, used to be a very good home team, but they started. I don't even know what happened. I'm not playing this game, man. Two bad teams. I don't know who to back. Well, that's it for Spain. So next we're going to the English Championship. No, there are no Premier Leagues today, this weekend rather, because they'll be playing FA Cup games and all. I don't bet cups because you never know which team is gonna like what team each coach is gonna put out there. So they might be resting players and all that. So I don't do cups, so we're not going to be betting FA Cup. But for the championship, we're going to let's see what we have in England Championship. Mm, starting with Sunderland versus Watford. Sunderland are heavy favourites in this one. So and they should be. They're a very good team this season, playing like they want to go back to the Premier League. They're really serious about that. Watford have been a bodyweight team all year, so there's nothing more to see here than to back Sunderland for this one. Watford have won just one in the last nine away games, and that win was against Derby County. Derby County, well, they're very poor team. You just know that Derby County are poor. Everyone's beating Derby County, so that win doesn't really count for Watford. So Sunderland win for me here as my pick for this one. Next, West Brom versus Sheffield Wednesday. This is a tricky one because Sheffield Wednesday are a good team, but at home, so you'd expect them to at least pick up a few results away from home. But I'm still not going to back them until it changes. We keep fading them away from home until it changes. But they're a good team at home, so uh, away from home they won their last match at home. What I have been saying. So it's tricky. Betting Sheffield Wednesday is tricky. If you want me to give you a play on this game, I'll go West Brom win or draw, but it's a very tricky one. Because West Brom is a very good team at home. But this Sheffield Wednesday too, they're a good team, but they just don't pick up results away from home. So it's hard to say if they're going to show up to this weekend away from home. My pick for this one is West Brom to win or draw. It's a tough one. Next, we have Norwich versus Derby County. This is a very. I'm not sure why Derby's coach. I don't know his name. I have to like check that out. But I'm not sure why he's still in charge of this club because they are really poor. Although they gave Sheffield United a run for their money in their last game. It was 1-0 Sheffield United. So it's something to pay attention to. But that also means that they just try to play at home. Derby County. They try to make it difficult when they are at home. But away from home, they've been trashed. Let's see what happened in the last away game. So let me look that up. Okay, that was against Cardiff City 2-1, Bristol City 1-0, Sheffield Wednesday 4-2. Well, not encouraging. Pick for this game is Norwich City to win. My pick for this game. Next, we have Sheffield United versus Portsmouth. This is another team that has two sides. Most of these English Championship teams have two sides. They're very excellent at home, but away from home, they're just pure rubbish. So, Sheffield United, very good team this year. I think they're going to go back to the championship. They're playing for that because they are third and table. Portsmouth, on the other hand, very good team at home because their results say that. At home, last home game drew, they drew Burnley, uh, beat Stoke, but away from home, it's just something else. Very different story. Last away game, West Brom trashed them 5-1. The game before that, Blackburn 3-0. So it's only going one way. Sheffield United win in this one. Last game in the English Championship for me, uh, Bristol City versus Swansea. I think I have to do a bit more research on this one to conclude. I don't know if Swansea City still has their manager because they've been bad recently. And if they have a new manager, I'm going to stay away from this one. But if they don't, I'm backing Bristol City all day. So, giving Bristol City to win. Bristol City is a very good team at home. They've not lost in They've lost only two games all year at home. So, and those losses were against Burnley and Sheffield United. The two teams contending to finish top and go back to the Premier League. So you can forgive them for that. But Swansea, on the other hand, away from home, they're really poor. Even at home as well. Recently, they were very good at home beginning of the season, but it is what it is right now. So that's for that in the English Championship. Next, we're going to the German Bundesliga too. I have Prusen Munster versus Hamburger. Prusen are a difficult team to play at home. They make it tough for the opponents, and they've only lost to really good teams away. Teams that are really good away from home, and those losses are only one goal margin. So in this one, Hamburg on the other end is a really good away team. They have a few losses here and there, but away they've lost three matches, won four. So for my lean here, I'm leaning towards Preston Houston handicap because they are tough to beat at home. That's all. So even if they lose by one goal and lose to the cash. But there are two plays here. Preston is tough to beat at home, so we can either give them the Asian plus 1.5 handicap or play under 3.5 goals. Hence, they make it tough for opponents. So, but playing under 3.5 in the German league is very risky. So if you're not up for it, just go with the handicap for the home team. Asian handicap 1.5 for the home team. But those are my plays for this one. Under 3.5 goals and Asian handicap for Christian Mission. Those are my two plays for this one. Then the other team, the other match that interests me in this league is Hertha Berlin versus what now? Kaiserslautern. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. Hertha Berlin are heavy favorites here, but I don't think they should be because they're really poor at home. This German Bundesliga too is a very funny league where you have teams being ass at home and they're being very good away from home. Very confusing, but it is what it is. Kaiserslautern, on the other hand, are a good team away from home. They've lost once, although it was a very heavy defeat. They lost 5-1 to Darmstadt. They lost, other than that, they've had four wins. Sorry, they've lost once in the last five away games. They've lost once in the last five away games. So, but they're heavy underdogs here, and I'm not sure I understand why they're underdogs. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Most of these leagues, you can't exactly trust the odds makers here. But I'm going with Kaiserslautern Asian Handicap 2.0 just to be on the safe side, or 1.5 Asian Handicap 1 point plus 1.5. You can play 2.0 to be on the safe side. Okay, so the last league, the last country we are going to right now is closer to home, South Africa. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people bet this league, but I love betting this league because it's just easy to understand. You understand who is playing. You know, each team is just easy to read, so I just like playing them. So starting with the first game, I like Stellenbosch versus Kaiser Chiefs. Kaiser Chiefs have not been good this year. Remember the Shabalala shout in the World Cup? Yeah, that's how I knew Kaiser Chiefs. At the first time I heard about them. Anyways, let's just say I haven't been watching South African football. But if they're going to make me money, I'm going to watch them. That's for sure. So Stellenbosch have lost only one game at home in the last four, and that loss was to Mamelodi Sundowns. It's like Barcelona of their league, like, and so just a one goal loss. Like they lost 1-0 to Mamelodi Sundowns at home. So you can see they're a pretty tough team to break down at home. So that's something to consider. Kaiser Chiefs, on the other hand, have been really poor away from home. I don't even know if they're good at home either because they've won just once in the last. Okay, they've won a couple times. They have 3 home wins in the last 7 games. Okay, but away from home, they've not won any in the last 6. They've not won any game in the last 6 games away from home. So my pick for this one is Stellenbosch to win or draw. There are a lot of draws in South Africa, so you have to be mindful of playing any team to win outright. You have to always back that up with a draw because they draw a lot. Okay. Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay, so next, why am I saying postponed on this game? The next game on this list is Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates. I don't know if this game is getting postponed, but I'm seeing a postponed flag on it. If it does get postponed, well, either ways, this is a tough game. It's like just like the Real Madrid Barcelona of South Africa. It's a really tough game. It's also easy to predict because Orlando Pirates just play. They don't really score a lot of goals away from home, so I'm just going to select under 3.5 for this one. If you're going to get value on this one, so the next game is Richards Bay versus Polokwane City. I'm also seeing postponed on this one. I'm not sure why, but let's just I'll just give you my thoughts anyways. Uh, Richards Bay recently started picking up points at home. Started the season really badly. Losing, I think picking up. Let's see. How many wins do they have all season? Uh, they have 3 wins in 16. Really bad. Polokwane started have been really good since the start of the season. I think they lost their first game and then that was it. Since then, okay, they only lost to Mamelodi Sundowns and Cape Town, but overall they're a good team. Polokwane is a good team, so I'm leaning towards them to win this one because I think I have followed them a bit, and I'll play Polokwane City win or draw. Or draw is I think it's risky because Richards Bay has started to turn a corner because I can see that they won their last home game and they drew the one before that. So something to keep an eye on. But for now, I'm going with Polokwane City. I'll be observing Richards Bay in the coming weeks. The next game is TX Galaxy versus Chippa United. This one is pretty much straightforward. Chippa United are really poor away from home, but at the same time they are really good at home. So one of those teams with two sides. Although they won their last away match against Magesi. Magesi is really poor, so I can count that as a win away from home. Magesi is a really poor team. They're like the bottom team on the table, so it doesn't really count for me. But TS Galaxy, on the other hand, uh, they've not lost at home. They've lost once at home this season, although they have a couple draws in in their unbeaten home record. But I'm still going to play them to win or draw this game. So my pick for that TS Galaxy win or draw to win or draw. So the last game we have on our weekend card is Seku Kuni United versus Super Sports United. Most of these names are gonna make me bite my tongue. Okay, Seku Kuni United. Okay, 1 win in the last 5 for Seku Kuni. Sorry, 2 wins in the last 5. Sorry, Seku Kuni. Okay, I've lost twice at home. Twice at home this season. Super Sport are just a bad thing away from home and at home because I think I have followed them a few times this season and they're just bad. They don't score goals, so you're certain that they're not going to score. That's Super Sport. I don't think they've scored Except when playing Manchester, which is like the bottom teams when they score 2 goals. Other than that, they've not scored more than 1 goal in any game all season. That's that's ridiculous. Interesting. So with that in mind, I'm going to play my pick for this game is Super Sports United under 1.5. Under 1.5 goals. Super Sport United. The away team under 1.5 goals. That's one. Another for this is General under 2.5 goals. And Sheffield United win or draw. Those are my three picks for that one. For that one. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the games. That was quite a number of games. Let me see how many games have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I've gone over 23 games. Damn, that's a lot of games. Anyway, let's do best bets. It's time for my best bet. Oxford versus Toulouse. Oxford Asian handicap plus 1.5. Um, TS Galaxy versus Chippa United. TS Galaxy to win or draw. Alaves versus Hetafe. Hetafe Asian handicap plus 1.5. Sekou Kuni versus Supersport United. Total under 3.5 goals. Sunderland versus Watford. Sunderland to win outright. Sevilla versus Barcelona. Barcelona to win outright. Sheffield United versus Portsmouth. Sheffield United to win outright. Richards Bay versus Polokwane City. Polokwane City to win or draw. Norwich versus Derby County. Norwich to win outright. So those are my best bets for the weekend. Let's cash. Ride with me and let's cash. Let's go. I'm out.